I never thought that my quiet suburban town could hold such dark secrets. It all started when I stumbled upon an old abandoned house on the outskirts of town. It stood tall and foreboding, its windows shattered and its walls covered in graffiti. As a budding photographer, I couldn't resist the temptation to explore and capture the eerie beauty of the house. Armed with my camera, I cautiously made my way inside. The air was thick with dust and the floorboards creaked under my feet. I couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. I made my way up to the second floor, my curiosity getting the better of me. As I turned a corner, I was met with a chilling sight. In one of the rooms, there was a large mirror, its surface cracked and tarnished. But what caught my attention was the reflection in the mirror. It was not my own, but that of a woman with long black hair and a pale, gaunt face. And she was staring right at me. I stumbled back, my heart racing, but when I turned around, there was no one there. I quickly snapped a photo of the mirror, hoping to capture the strange figure. But when I looked at the photo, there was no one in the reflection. Just me and the shattered mirror. Shaken but determined to uncover the truth, I continued my exploration of the house. In the basement, I found a hidden room, covered in strange symbols and candles. There was a sense of malevolence emanating from the room, and I knew I had to leave. But as I made my way back to the exit, I heard a faint whisper behind me. I turned around, but there was no one there. And then I felt a cold breath on the back of my neck, followed by a sharp pain. I stumbled forward, feeling a sharp piece of glass embedded in my shoulder. But when I looked back, there was nothing there. I ran out of the house, my heart pounding in my chest. As I drove back home, I couldn't shake off the feeling of being followed. Every time I looked in my rearview mirror, I could see the dark figure of the woman with long hair, her eyes fixed on me. That night, I couldn't sleep. The image of the woman in the mirror and the strange symbols in the hidden room haunted my thoughts. I decided to do some research, and what I found sent chills down my spine. The abandoned house was once owned by a woman named Isabella, who was known for her obsession with the occult. She was rumored to have performed dark rituals in her home, and it was said that she had made a deal with the devil himself. But one night, during a lunar eclipse, she disappeared, leaving behind nothing but shattered illusions and a house cursed with her malevolent spirit. My heart raced as I realized that I had unknowingly stumbled into Isabella's domain, and she was not going to let me leave unscathed. The next day, I went back to the abandoned house, determined to put an end to this nightmare. As I entered the house, I could feel Isabella's presence, her dark energy surrounding me. But I was not alone. I could see the spirits of her victims, trapped in the house and begging for release. With shaking hands, I set up my camera, hoping to capture evidence of Isabella's presence. And as I took the first photo, the mirrors in the house shattered, releasing the trapped spirits and banishing Isabella's spirit from this world. I left the abandoned house, my mind reeling from the experience. But as I looked back at the photos I had taken, I realized that Isabella's dark gaze had been captured in every single one of them, and I knew that her malevolent spirit was now trapped within my camera, a reminder of the horrors that lay hidden in the suburbs.